Hi, this is Trooper Joe from ArchAngel A Return to Chivalry, and you can catch my show on 7averadio.com every Wednesday from 3 to 4. Thank you. Hi, this is Trooper Joe from ArchAngel A Return to Chivalry, and I'm here with the lovely Yenny Polanco. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
I got that right. She's a phenomenal woman. She's a very hard-working, hard-determined, hard-pressing, got a lot of integrity. She's authored 2 workout videos here. One, Jump the Weight Off. You can see that there. And Sweat the Weight Off. She has 2 videos out there that you can see. She's also accomplished in many other different, not only just in her physical attributes, in many different walks of life. As you can see, her physical attributes, she was a competitor in 2010 in the Olympia. It's beautiful. If you could stand up and show them the back too. Look at that. Look at that. The Olympia, that's what Joe Weider out there, the Joe Weider thing. That's big people. That's not little people stuff. That's big people stuff right here. What made you become a bodybuilder?
Well, first of all, Joe, I'd like to say thank you for having me. It's very nice of you. I started competing in bodybuilding because everyone always used to ask me, do you compete? Do you compete? And I was like, oh, okay, well, I might as well compete. So I decided to do my first competition in bodybuilding in 2005, but it was in the division of figure. It's bodybuilding, but they have different categories. And the division that I did is called figure. We flex, but we don't flex like this. We flex open-handed. You have to be very fit, very athletic.
What do you mean open-handed?
We like this, like we flex like this. You know, I'm natural. I've always been 100%. Lifetime natural. I just love fitness. I love, working out, competing. Which, I miss being on stage. I loved entertaining the crowd with my fitness routines. So that's one of the things that I miss from not competing anymore. But
you miss the juice of being up on the stage.
Yes, and, the crowd loved me.
I can see why. You bring out the best in people.
But, after the Olympia, I decided that it was time to move on to other things and try to make a career from my experience in the industry. It has not been an easy one, so working on it. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, it seemed like a long. And you also you coach and teach boxing.
Yes, we are the Y right now. And this is where it all started for me over 15 years ago. I was going to say 20, but then you know my age.
Okay, have her age.
This is where it all started for me. Before I even started competing, I started here in this ring. So
this ring right here in the YMCA?
This is where it all started.
This is the YMCA at Main Street in Worcester. So this is the place right here. This is where it all started from you. This is the passion that got you to want to go on and do the things that you do.
This is where it all started. When I was 19, I came to the Y. I walked into the room. It was all guys in here, not one girl. And I said, I want to box. They looked at me and said, okay, show us what you got. I did a little 1-2. Then I started training twice a week. That's all I could do at the time. I was working full-time as a hairdresser, but I had my first boxing championship just 2 months after training, and I beat a 6-time champion my first fight.
Whoa, that must have gave you some juice.
Well, I didn't know she was a 6-time champion, or I would have said, no way. But my trainer, he was... a little sneaky, but I won, and then I kept competing and competing. But this is where it all started. So you asked me, I teach boxing.
Yeah.
After retiring from, competing in fitness and figure in bodybuilding, I decided to come back here to give back to the community because I love boxing, and I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of skills I like to share with people. So I feel good being here, giving back, working on life again after surviving cancer.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about a little bit later about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
But the boxing is the thing that really inspired you for fitness and
Yes,
stuff. So you got a competitive nature.
I do, but I always tell people I compete against myself.
Okay.
And even when I was competing, like at the highest level you can, IFBB, I always say I push myself to be the best I can be. I don't compare myself to anybody. I don't think I'm better, but I don't think anybody's better either. So I always keep that to myself, say, and I try to teach that to the kids. I say, don't compare yourself. Be competitive, but against yourself. Be the best you can be.
And it seemed to work for you. You went quite a distance in many of your things like that. You have your jump rope coach. What is that, a jump rope coach? We got the videos right here.
Well, this video...
Jump the weight off.
Well, this was inspired from the knowledge that I got here.
Okay.
This is where I learned to jump rope, long time, many years ago. So, like I said, when I retired from the bodybuilding industry, I say, well, let me put my passion into something that I could share with everyone, and that's why I created a jump rope fitness routine, a very advanced one, but it has a how-to you can learn.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And now I'm teaching jump rope to kids and adults. So.
Yeah, how's that going? That works well? You get a lot of feedback from the people that you're coaching and stuff?
At first it was hard, but the kids love it. Oh my goodness, the girls love it, and they don't want any boys in there, so I don't know, but now that I'm in the room, because I'm teaching boxing here, helping out Bruce, and I teach whoever wants to learn, I'm there. If you want to learn jump rope, it doesn't matter from beginning to advance to competition jump roping. I can teach them. Yeah.
You have a beautiful accent. Could I ask you just where do you hail from? Where do you come from?
Well, I am originally from the Dominican Republic. I came here at the age of 13.
Okay.
And I didn't speak one word of English, not one. I'm still learning.
Well, you speak really well, and your accent is kind of nice.
Every day I learn something new. I tend to speak fast when I get excited, and then I'm like, shh, calm down. When I get hyper, I get talking fast. But I'm Dominican, and I go back once in a while, whenever I can.
Whenever you can. You got a big family back there?
Oh, all my family, all my relatives, everyone is there.
Yeah.
Just me and my mom and my sister here.
That's it?
That's it.
Does your mom and your sister, they kind of really encourage you to keep your entrepreneurial part of the business going? And how's that entrepreneurial part of your business, how does that feel?
Well, I'll tell you this. You know the saying, the starving artist?
What?
Starving artist.
The starving artist. Okay.
Until you make it big, you are a starving artist as an entrepreneur. I mean, it is what it is, people think, they say, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, it's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work, but I'm following my dreams. I was this close to giving up, because it got to be so hard, and I put so much time and effort into my DVDs, and I'm still trying to get them out there. But, if at first you don't succeed, try again. You gotta keep going. So that's where I'm at right now.
I love that attitude.
Gotta keep going.
That's a great attitude to have. I know it doesn't keep you well fed, but it's still a great attitude.
I need to gain some weight. Thank you.
Well,
yeah,
you look great, though. I see you really take pride in yourself and stuff.
Well, it's been very hard to stay fit. I consider myself blessed. After having cancer and 2 knee surgeries, right, very close to each other. Oof. I lost muscle weight. You know, I got really sick. I mean, it's been quite the ordeal. It took about 8 months for me to feel healthy, somewhat healthy again, and start working out again since last year when after I survived uterine cancer.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's scary for anybody, but it didn't break you though, huh? That's great.
Well, at the time I did a little, but I picked myself back up. I thought I was going to die because they say I had stage 3 cancer, but I was like, oh, well, you know, and I got lucky, I guess. But they diagnosed me with Lynch Syndrome.
Lynch Syndrome,
Lynch Syndrome, so I'm like, okay, well.
But you're so young. That's really something.
Yeah,
Lynch Syndrome is something that really doesn't attack young people and stuff like that. So
yeah, neither does uterine cancer.
Yeah, that's what it produces: uterine cancer, colon cancers, and.
So now I'm being monitored like all the time because Lynch syndrome is a gene mutation which makes you a high risk of all cancers. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the devil. That's you know, I don't think about negative. So I'm like, okay, I wake up and I just try to look forward and move forward, which is why I'm trying to do as much as I can. You know, the boxing, trying to encourage the kids to compete. You know, I see the talents. When I see talent, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? You can compete. It's you know, you're young. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm always trying to motivate and encourage the young ones, the younger ones, you know, and trying to, you know, motivate myself to keep fighting.
I see you do a little thing on WCCA TV Channel 13. You want to tell us what that is?
It is, again, giving back to the community.
Yeah, that's the community.
Yeah, I don't get paid, but I feel good doing it. I'm sharing my fitness passion with the world, with Worcester, not the world. But, it's called Workout Worcester, and I do jump rope, I do boxing, shadow boxing, and I make it fun. It's intense though, like, oof, I'm dripping sweat when I'm doing it, and we shoot it live, like, no editing whatsoever.
You just go through the routine?
So if I mess up, which I haven't, thank goodness, knock on wood.
Will Tupit from the 5 o'clock shadow, if he wants to come in here and do a couple of questions, and I'll be right back. I'm not going far because my band is here, so I'm not going far at all.
Okay, so one of the things that I noticed about your story and watching your DVD and reading your bio is that you are very positive. And how do you deal with kids that come from the inner city that may not have things to be positive for? How do you get them to look more positively in life?
Oh, okay, well, from different angles. I use my life experience. I grew up extremely poor. Extremely, I mean, like the kids, you know, running around without shoes in the Dominican Republic. We got lucky when my mom met our stepdad who brought us here. So when I work with kids, I try to relate to them, relate my story in a positive way. It's, you know, it's hard, but I come from humble beginnings, so I can relate with them. So appearances are deceiving, you know. I might look like I'm wealthy, you know, with my jewelry and in my DVDs. So I tell them, you know, I say I work very hard and I've been through a lot, but I say I try not to show it on my face. You know, if I try not to show my life, everything that I've been through, you know, my life ordeal. I say always move forward. Do I get sad sometimes? Yes. And, you know, I pick myself back up. So with the kids from the inner city, from here, from Worcester, we have a lot in common. I mean, they don't, you know, I don't know their story personally, but I know that when they're around me, they're going to learn from me because I'm going to push them to be better. I tell them, you know, sky's the limit. Not even the sky's the limit. But I want to focus on the kids because I love it. You know, I have 2 girls that I'm training right now privately, and they love it. So it makes me feel good. boxing teaches you discipline, so it's good for kids. That's why I like to work with kids and to build them up.
You also are great, obviously, at taking care of yourself and your bodies. Now, do you also push, encourage the children or the youth that you work with to better take care of themselves, watch what they eat more, and exercise more?
I do it carefully. I don't like to push people and then have them like, so, but when I see the opportunity to encourage them to eat well, I say, you see why I am this age? I should say. And I look like this and say, because I take care of myself. I say I eat well, I exercise, so I try to teach them about nutrition, although I don't get too much into it because, but I'm always just trying to teach from my own life experience. And they see me and they're like, how old are you? I'm like, old enough to be your mom.
I didn't, so you put on the Olympic jacket, and it's just hard to really conceive that because I've never met anybody like you before. So, and you are so humble and you give back to the community. I just want to thank you for being an inspiration, and I'm sure whatever it is that you do, just like everything you have done in the past, once you put your mind to it, it's going to be successful.
That's why, I'm very spiritual, and everything has been hard. I'm not going to lie. It's been a lot of work. Competing in boxing was a lot of work. Competing in the bodybuilding, a lot of work. But it's made me who I am today. Everything that's happened that went wrong, like the cancer, the knee problems, it's all made me stronger. So I'm not about to break down anytime soon,
All right, so my one last question is, out of the bodybuilding, the jump roping, and the boxing, which was the most difficult for you to become as good as you are in them?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to say the competing in bodybuilding, because I had no life. I had no life when I used to box. It was like get up, eat every 3 hours, go to the gym for 3-4 hours, twice a day, and super focused and pushing ways beyond, what my mind could even conceive to get myself to look the part. It was very competitive, so I had to, always push myself to, try harder and harder. So bodybuilding, competing fitness was definitely the hardest, but it took me to the Olympia, which is the highest bodybuilding and fitness championship in the world. So, and it gave me a name to put on DVDs. Not rich from it yet, but I'm working on things. I'm hoping for a miracle. I love wisdom, I like helping, but I wanna go places.
As you should. As you should. So thank you for taking this minute to answer a couple of questions. I'm Truther from the 5 O'Clock Shadow, and I'm here with Yenny Polanco, and we'll be right back with Trooper Joe and ArchAngel.
Yeah, and ArchAngel is a show that promotes the people who have integrity and do the right thing and don't give up. They promote you. People like you. People like you come to be ArchAngel. It's a movement like that.
I need some archangels. I need a lot of them. I need a lot of angels.
Oh, you need a lot of angels and stuff. You're like I said earlier, you're very impressive.
Well, like I say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. So I'm working on my third video production, and this one is a very unique jump rope video. It's nothing like you've ever seen before. You're not gonna see on YouTube. You're not gonna see. It's the exercises that I created are for people who have knee problems. So if you can jump, you can dance, you can work the arms, you can work the legs, you can work on coordination, balance, flexibility. The exercises are really, really unique. I could show you like one or two, but
that would be great if you could, So, yeah.
So I'm going to show you a couple of the moves that I created where you don't need to jump, but you're going to work the entire body. So a beady jump rope is most desired because it's weighted. So we work in the arms, there's no music, this is one of the moves that I got. We're working, moving, and cross. Working the arms, and cross, And then working the arms again. I'm moving, working the legs. You see how I'm dancing? I'm using the jump rope. It's working my arm.
Yeah.
So we use one arm, then we do the other. We do the same thing. Okay? Then we got arm swings. Swing, 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 and lunge. Swing, 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 and lunge. So I'm working the legs. I'm working the arms. Okay? So there's a lot of dancing involved, you know. A lot of moving, dancing, dancing, stretching the legs, and working the back. And dancing, and dancing, and dancing. So this is what I call rope exercise. Rope exercise.
Rope exercise.
Yeah. You see what I say? It's unique. It's something that I've been working on from the bottom of my heart to share with everyone to get fit.
That is really impressive. That is unique too. It looks unique to me. And the coordination to do the lunges and everything was perfectly straight. Your body mechanics. But this is what you do, so I'm impressed.
High heels,
in high heels too. In high heels, folks. Yeah, I would have swung that rope twice. It would have wrapped around my neck, and I'd be going home to glory. You know, no coordination.
Well, you could learn. Trust me. I've had kids that couldn't even do a skip, and then I teach them. I have kids that can do a lot of the stuff that I can do, which is very advanced. And you know, it takes patience. You gotta be patient. You have to be persistent, and you have to practice.
It's been a great time and stuff, and I hope that we can come back and maybe watch you give a class to your people and something like that some other time. I had a real good time talking with Yenny, and it's really good just to see somebody who has that much enthusiasm and that much to want to give back, folks. So come and get it. You got any final words for the people?
Well, you know, like I said, everything you do in life, you know, you have to be persistent. You have to be determined, keep going no matter what. And whatever you do, give it all you got.
These are a couple of Yenny DVDs.
Jump the weight off and sweat the weight off. Advanced jump rope fitness routine and total body workout. Try it.
And there's a new one that'll be coming out soon, but you don't want to give it away yet, or do you?
No, but it'll be done by releasing it early next year.
All right. All right, thanks. Thanks, folks. And you've been watching ArchAngel of Maturing the Chivalry, and this is definitely a candidate for the ArchAngel. You know, she's going to go places. And thanks for tuning in. All right.